Minecraft, but I get random potion effects. Every single minute, I get a random potion effect that can range from useful to useless and to even deadly. This was crazy. And if you enjoy the video, please consider subscribing. We are so close to 60k subscribers, so it would mean a lot. Enjoy the video. Starting off, I got a health boost, so I thought I'd have good luck for this challenge. I was very wrong. I grabbed wood and prepared my tools. Yet, what I needed to get as quickly as possible was buckets, and not to make a portal. I had to get milk buckets, which is a very weird thing to prioritize. The Iron Golem knew this and gave me a funny look. So after grabbing some food, I ended his life. That'll teach him to stare at people. I wasn't getting any bad potions so far, so I went to a shipwreck I spotted nearby and found a total of 17 iron and 7 emeralds. This would be handy for making 5 buckets that I used to suck a cow dry. I probably shouldn't say it like that. Milk buckets are necessary for this run because if we get wither or even poison, it basically means death. I made the most of my speed potion to search for lava since I got it twice in a row. Then I got strength and decided to end some pigs' lives with it before getting speed again. We were getting so lucky. I felt like Sonic running around. I fought off some mobs with strength, even getting my first ender pearl on the way before finally discovering a lava pool. But before I could build my portal, I had to fight off a horde of mobs. So much that they even broke my axe. Oh, come on, here's something coming, here's something coming! Ah! They just wouldn't stop spawning. And of course, I get no use for potion effects. Just hero of the village. So after that ordeal, I decided I should prepare more food and get some stone for tools. Eventually, after fighting off the never-ending horde, I finally got my chance to build a portal. No thanks to the game giving me conduit power, so I headed into the nether not before refilling my last bucket with milk. I entered the nether with night vision, which was very useful. I can see everything now. I found a warp forest, which is a guaranteed way to get some pearls. Nice. I also found a bastion. I gathered some blocks to navigate the dangerous terrain and got bad luck, which wasn't a great omen to receive when I wanted some good luck right about now. I entered the bastion to attempt to loot it, but I am a huge coward, and seeing those piglin brutes quickly made me change my mind. I'd come back later. Maybe. The bad luck was already kicking in, considering I was stuck walking with hunger and found another bastion before any sign of a fortress. In all of these chances, I almost fell to my death. I thought I was gonna die there, so I didn't even try to save myself. I was too scared to enter this bastion as well, so I instead built over it and began my journey through possibly one of the most annoying biomes in the entire game. Luckily, I wasn't getting any potion effects that could mess me up. The only thing that messed me up was me falling down a lot. Hey, I never said I was good at this game, okay? My heart was pounding thinking I met a deadly end many times. But after a risky jump, I was back on track. I did need more building blocks, so getting mining fatigue wasn't ideal. I was actually getting through the biome better than expected. And then I got blindness, so that was a slight setback. I spent that next minute full of anxiety, barely avoiding lava pools, even if that meant block clutching to save myself. Finally, the darkness subsided, only to get mining fatigue again. I had a very close call after diving headfirst into a lava block, but it's fine, it wasn't even close at all. Finally, all my effort wasn't in vain as I spotted the fortress. I did feel like the hero of the village. Oh my god, I'm really high up. After figuring my way down, I rushed through the rest of the biome with speed and charged into the fortress, finding the spawners straight away. I prepared myself mentally and made a shield before getting right in there and grinding those rods. That didn't sound right. This would have been the perfect place to get strength, but of course, we can't have nice fins. I gathered enough for 14 blaze powder and headed back towards the portal. Except where was the portal? I looked forever in this stupid biome and almost burned in lava again in the most stupid way. Now the bad omen made sense. On my way back, I decided to grow up and loot the bastion. This was a very scary process, and honestly, besides a diamond pickaxe, this was not worth the stress at all. I waited to see if I could get something to aid my high fall, only to get nausea. Oh no! After a bit more traversing, I made a boat ready to farm some enderman, because I am not a fan of piglin trading at all. Eventually, I found the first bastion we discovered, a sign we were near our portal. But I was a man on a mission, so I continued to grind these ender pearls like the Chad I was. I quickly realized being a Chad is hard work, so I tried my luck at some trading, and I got 3 pearls from it. My luck was beginning to change. Sadly, the rest of my gold wasn't so lucky, so I took my anger out on a small child, which the parents were obviously not thrilled about. At that point, I decided to try looting the bastion once again, which wasn't a smart idea, but it was a fun idea. I was being very careful because brutes are scary. Making my way in, I could barely move without hearing the snorts of Daddy and Mummy Pig all around me, and my potions weren't exactly gonna help me out, so it's safe to say I was very spooked. I got invisibility, so I thought I could stealth my way inside undetected. Only, I didn't realize pigs had X-ray vision, so that ruined my plans completely. immediately. They calmed down, and I thought I was chill with them. But then they all suddenly remembered me bullying their kid earlier. So they collectively threw me out. Again, I wasn't worried. It wasn't close at all. I huddled in a hole for a while, fighting for my life before sneaking out. The smart thing to do would be to leave. But no, I went straight back in. The chests in this place were not worth risking my life over. Best thing I got was some golden carrots and nuggets. Then I got poisoned and was left with only 3 milk buckets. I keep that calcium on me. I did find an enderman inside for another pearl, so it wasn't totally pointless. After a little more looting, I decided this was really not worth it and finally left. Better late than never, I suppose. Me leaving was rewarded by the universe giving me withering. I scrambled for my bucket. I was now left with only 2. Hopefully the universe actually gave me a break so we wouldn't have to use the rest of them. I spent a while going back to my Chad ways of farming enderman, nearly burning alive, and doing the odd bit of trading, until I eventually had 14 ender eyes. Going back to the portal and finally heading out. I paid a quick visit to a village, stocking up on arrows and buckets because I somehow lost a lot of those too. Then I threw the first ender eye. Ah yes, my favorite direction. West. The journey was long and boring, so here it is with Scooby-Doo sound effects. Eventually, the eyes led me to this part of the ocean, so I swam down looking for the entrance, all to see what Team C's had been up to. Confused, I threw another pearl, and yet was so lost on where it actually— oh my god, it's literally right behind me. I don't exaggerate when I say I spent ages searching for the portal room. I had to drink 3 buckets of milk, because I got poison and withering, and then poison again! If that wasn't bad enough! I went back up and sucked another cow dry, and still just couldn't find it. I almost lost hope, until finally I broke up into the room, and— honestly, I couldn't tell if this was a portal room at first. I have never seen one messed up so bad. After clearing it out, I then had to fight the silverfish infestation that just wouldn't stop. There were too many. Instead of fighting, I just tried to fill in the portal as quickly as I could. But in my panic, I accidentally threw 2 of the ender eyes into the air, leaving me with 1 eye missing. The universe really did not like me. I was angry, but I just took it out on the pathetic bugs who caused my misery in the first place. So now I had to go find another ender pearl. After fighting through hordes like the Doomslayer for what seemed like an eternity, and getting poisoned in between, I finally found one in a chest. And after going back to the portal room 20 minutes later because I got lost again, I finally finished the portal. Then I got levitation, so I decided to drop into the portal like one of my favorite battle royales. We were entering the end in style. I wasted no time and speed bridged over. I cannot speed bridge at all, so this is the best I can do. And with my trusty bow, I started to take down the dragon's pillars, which was easy enough thanks to my incredible aim. Sadly, blindness was about the worst thing I could get during this part of the fight. All I could hear was the dragon scream around me as I shot through the dark. This was truly a horror movie. And now that I got them all, it was time to start slaying the dragon. Even though the universe was cruel to me during this challenge, for this fight, I didn't get any bad potion effects at all. Everything went smoothly. Although they could have still given me strength. But even with all the problems we faced, I defeated the dragon and finally completed this challenge.